So I mean, me personally, I definitely thought Nas' album was a hit for me. I actually like Nas' album more than Drake.
Mm, yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean,
it's
considering you
hard to
gave Drake a
compare.
4, I mean, I guess you should agree with that as well.
Yeah, but it's hard to compare those two. But I feel you.
If we're talking about overall quality, yes, you can compare the two. But if we're talking about lyrical flow versus contemporary, like what they actually put out there in the music itself, the beats, the production, yes, it's a little bit different. But you really can't compare a lot of people if you try to take it that deep.
that's very true. But I remember you said that it was the best um year. Did you say month for music or year?
The best month for music in the last few years. Again, from my perspective, I haven't listened to music that hard in years, like legit. You know,
Okay.
you already told you that I didn't even listen to Eminem's album.
No, save yourself the don't. Um.
But again, I
Okay.
heard Joe Budden said was pretty much saying that the album was trash too. So
Yeah, because I mean, see, years for music, I would say 2009. But I do understand. Like, I think 2009 was the best year for music
well, if we're
in.
talking about the year's not over yet, so we can. I mean, but I'm just talking about like month wise. Like, just think about just the caliber of music in general that's come out within the last 30 days. Think about it. Literally every like some of the hottest artists in music have released albums in the month of June. Again,
Absolutely, that's fair.
I
That's
mean
fair.
that's unheard of. Again, just like again, you got the Nas, you got people forget about if not for Kanye's crazy antics, his album might have been getting a little bit more shine as well. But you know, with him and his little breakdown, people aren't going to give his album a lot of shine. And again, we'll save that for another day. We need to move on
Yeah,
to the anime topic because we're probably about 30 minutes in on music alone. So
absolutely.
we are now going to transition into the anime segment. Stay tuned. All right, we are back with the Mag Nerd podcast. We have now transitioned into our anime segments. And the first topic on the docket today, guys, is so there was an interesting tweet that was out there on Twitter, and it was essentially people talking about Kiss Anime and to stream illegally or to stream Crunchyroll. Now, me personally, I do both. So for the most part, I subscribe to Netflix, I subscribe to Crunchyroll, and I subscribe to well, I used to subscribe to Hulu, but for the most part, it's just Crunchyroll and Netflix and a bunch of other.
Okay.
And when Game of Thrones is out, I subscribe to HBO. So essentially, the argument was that with Crunchyroll only being $6, there's no excuse for anybody to ever stream anime illegally. And to that, I strongly disagree because, I think there are two major reasons, at least for me, and then I'll get your opinion on that after. But for me, the two major reasons why I would stream something quote unquote illegally is number one, availability. Like for me, one of the big animes that I watched from the spring season that was not available to me at all was Natsuno Tyson or Seven Deadly Sins. That's a show that I watch religiously as well as a manga that I am currently reading right now. And again, it was not available on Verve. It was not available on Crunchyroll or Hulu. So the only way that I could watch it is by watching it on Kiss Anime. Now, the other thing, and again, I think we also talked offline about that, was the fact that also I am a fan of uncensored anime. So if I have an anime that's going to have blood in it, if it's going to have nudity in it, the suggestive, humor, I want all of that to be uncensored. I don't want like furry boxes and just blurs and stuff covering it
Mhm.
out. So I
Mhm.
feel like a lot of times with Crunchyroll, that's what you'll get when it comes to some of that more risque anime. So for me, those are two of the main reasons why I would pirate quote unquote uh, anime. What about you? What's your thoughts on the whole situation?
The exact same actually. I would just like to add too that sometimes Crunchyroll's unorganized. Sometimes, no matter what I try to do, it just won't start. They'll just say server error.
Oh
Also,
Lord.
to, to dig a little deeper, um, it doesn't take out payments. It's just a little irritation thing, but it just doesn't take out payments when it's
Am I
supposed to.
sensing a Crunchyroll rant right now? Let's talk about it. What's going on?
Um, it like it didn't charge me for 3 months. It did take out $20. Like I'm fine with that, but like, come on, it's just the principle. Like, come on,
Well,
you know
that
what I'm
is
saying?
weird because again, I've been a part of Crunchyroll for probably 6, 7, 8 years, probably longer, maybe 10. And but maybe I don't pay because I don't pay attention to the deductions that come out of my account.
Uh,
So because again, it's only been like $6. So for me, they could have not charged me for 3 months and then at one point charged me $20, and I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place unless I was broke that check that cycle.
no, fair enough.
But I agree. Like I agree about when it comes to anime. Let's be clear. You don't have to pay for anything. Like you can watch anything you want for free nowadays. Hell, when's the last time somebody legitimately bought porn? I mean, let's keep it 100.
Let's be real, unless you're Travis.
Why? I can't.
I love you, Travis.
You can't. You can't do that, my boy. You can't put that man on blast like that. All right, so ridiculous. So, anime, yes, yes. So, can't believe you. We gonna leave it in. We gonna leave it in. This is how we do on a Mag Nerd podcast. This kind of shit happens, so we gonna leave that shit in. So, as far as like just streaming in general, like I am like to me, I feel like I am a part of the anime community. Like I do YouTube videos for those who don't know. Follow me on YouTube at Showing Up the King. A little shameless plug there. But I live and breathe this stuff. So for me, I'm going to support what I love. So for me, I'm like Crunchyroll was a no-brainer. You're telling me I can get 1080p anime that streams the same day, and you know what? That was actually another major factor as well, because before there used to be a delay of like days, if not weeks. Sometimes, like if an anime came out in Japan, we wouldn't get it until like a week later. So for me, I am a instant
Yeah.
gratification person. So if you're telling me that if Naruto airs in Japan Thursday at 8 p.m., I better be getting that thing at like 8:30 p.m. the same day. Like I want to get it simultaneously, if not right away. So don't tell me that, or other than that, because again, guess what? Kiss Anime, they're gonna have it up subbed the same day. So if you guys want to make money off of that, you're gonna have to do what you got to do, get that content to your people, and they're gonna pay for it. And that's what I do. But again, if you
Also,
guys don't have that, then I'm gonna find it other places.
yeah, absolutely. And also, I believe that I could be wrong, but I think I recall Kiss Anime not having like the best non-mainstream anime I've seen in like years, and that's Made in Abyss. I don't know if you've seen Made in Abyss.
I'm familiar with Made in Abyss, but I do not think I've seen it.
It came out last year in July, actually. Quick, quick little everybody, please listen to this shit, because like I'm gonna keep it G with you. Made in Abyss started off like heartless adventure. Um, just a quick review because this is like one of the
Nah,
animes
go
I will be
for it.
like, you must watch this shit. Like at first it was like, meh, heartless, heartfelt adventure, harmless, and then about 4 episodes in, it turned into like from a solid seven. It was already a seven. It was just it kept you watching. It went from a 7 to a 30. I have like when I tell you it got real to the point where I'm like it's one of the best shows I've seen in years. That is the case. Like
All
everybody,
right, let
please
me
watch Made in
let
Abyss
me
if you haven't.
pull it up on my anime list while you continue to talk about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And concept of the anime, quick concept. Um, they're in a village. It's kids. They're in a village where there's an abyss in the middle of the city. There's like 9 levels to it. It has a curse. I'm not going to reveal too much because my girl had a theory on the whole abyss thing. I believe she's actually right, and I didn't even notice it. But the deeper you go, you begin to like get sick, vomit blood, become unconscious. Just
It looks like the
just
characters are
watch it.
chibi though. So is that kind of how they look?
That's how they look. Jason, I swear to you, that is the best anime I've seen in years. Another great anime is ReZero. Um, it came out like last year, I believe. It took me way too long to watch that.
Is
I will
ReZero the
say
one where the
this.
dude keeps dying? I
Yes.
can't. I dropped it. I'll be honest with you. I watched half of it and I couldn't take it anymore. Like it was good at first, but the whole live die repeat thing that they kept doing, it got old real quick.
I was just about to say, and this is what I talked to my friend about because he wasn't a big fan either. And I will totally agree. When you watched it, you were watching it when it came out as it came out, correct?
No, because when I was watching it, I guess I was catching up because everything was available. So like, when I was watching it, I think I got through, maybe the first 2 or 3 arcs. I think the arc where like they were chasing something through a forest or some sort of monster was hurting children or something like that.
Yes, I remember. Yeah, in the village. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got up to that point and then I dropped it because I felt like it was going one direction and then it just kind of flip flopped. Like I thought like his love interest just kind of like flipped and changed into one of the little maids, and I wasn't really feeling that choice, and it was just like,
Well,
and
that's
again,
not the case. I do understand. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I'll just say that I see what you're saying. Me and Nicole marathoned it. It's just genius at keeping you watching it. But I will say that it was really good. Like especially towards the end. I just it's literally one of. I'll say this: if I was watching it weekly, I would have dropped it too. I'm gonna keep it G with you. I would have dropped it too. But since we watched it, like we marathoned it in like 2 days because it was that good to us, it was like insane. So
I marathoned it, but then I basically gave up halfway through. All right, we go keep it moving. So in general, with the anime, again, to what I would say to people is support the anime community because at the end of the day, if you don't support the community will be lost eventually. But what I will say to the creators, make the shit accessible. If you don't, we're gonna find it other places.
well, we might not have a
I
choice
will.
if they ban net neutrality. They
Oh
might
Lord,
actually
don't even get me
eventually get to
started
the
with net
point.
neutrality. Jesus Christ. Oh, one thing I will co-sign with you on Crunchyroll is back when Dragon Ball Super was airing weekly. Uh, One of the biggest issues that I had with Crunchyroll, and this would actually be one of the major reasons why it would push me to Kiss Anime, is Crunchyroll servers were always down when Dragon Ball Super was airing. Like
Yeah.
you couldn't watch it. You couldn't like when the episode would air because it was simulcast. Or no, I'm sorry, we would get it like maybe 20 minutes after it aired in Japan to get the official subs. So imagine you're paying this money for Crunchyroll and you're waiting for the newest episode of Dragon Ball to start. The episodes start and you're spending the next 3 hours refreshing Crunchyroll's page trying to get it to load a freaking episode of Dragon Ball Super. It was unacceptable. Like I was literally like angry tweeting them online like, yo, fix your trash ass servers. You get too much money to have trash servers. Period.
Hmm.
The fact that I could then go to Kiss Anime, because again, I didn't want to watch it on Kiss Anime. I wanted the official subs, I wanted the 1080p quality, and I didn't want, at the time, I wasn't using virus software. So again, that's the also one of the dangers of going to a place like Kiss, is you have to deal with the potential for viruses. So,
Yeah.
spyware, stuff like that. But, now I actually have malware protection, so it is not an issue. Like those pop-ups don't really affect me anymore when I go to the site. But again, if you are a company where I'm paying you money, one of the key things that you need to do as a company is you need to make sure that your damn